Chumriap Sua. Welcome to week 10 of the video blog, and this is the final week of PST. I'm in my new place. This is where I live for the next 2 years or something. As long as I don't mess it up. It's pretty great. I'll go more into it probably next week, but this week we're just going to focus on wrapping up PST and what that all looks like. So on Monday, we had the language proficiency interview, and that was very stressful. I didn't feel like I practiced enough for what I got. I wish I had practiced more. When I was doing the thing, I felt like there were words that I knew that I was forgetting, and it's things that I know the words for but didn't remember on the spot. It was also kind of stressful because they would ask you questions like, where are you from? And I'd say, the state of Colorado. And they're like, what's Colorado like? And I'd say, it's got this, this, and this. And they'd be like, okay, describe that in more details. And I'm like, I don't know how to do that in English. I told you everything I know about this place. So, that was fun. It sounded like, though, from the people I talked to, it was kind of similar things with, providing extra details when you feel like you've completed a thought, or, just freezing up a little bit. Anyways, I passed. I got novice high proficiency, which means I am good enough to do the thing at sight, which is hysterical because now that I'm here, I feel like I'm at square one again. It's like you're starting over. It's crazy. It feels like my host family speaks differently than the Khmer I've been trained to be able to speak, and so I'll say things to them that people in the old province understood pretty clearly, and they'll just look at me like, who's this crazy person? And then they'll say things that I know the words, but I'm not able to put the pieces together. One theory I have is that with the old host family, we've built the connection and we've kind of had time to understand each other. So it's like I kind of know what things they would be talking about when they're talking to me. So just that understanding of character helps to then define what the conversation is about. And we're starting over here. So now I gotta build a new connection with a new family in order to understand what it is they're trying to say to me. And then also so they can understand the things that I'd be trying to say to them. Anyways, we'll get more into that. Phnom Penh. We went to Phnom Penh on Tuesday. So we did our last 3 days of training in Phnom Penh. We showed up at about 9:30ish in the morning and immediately got the be on your best behavior talk while you're in the big city, which makes sense. We did a short session on policy and handbook, a couple more safety sessions, and then we went to the hotel for the night. And that was chill. It was an okay hotel. We got to kind of discuss our roommates ahead of time, so if you had somebody you wanted to room with, you could let people know, which was great. I got to room with my friend Jasper, and it was a good time. We went shopping the first night. We kind of went book shopping. He wanted to get a guitar, and then we went out to dinner with another volunteer. That was a chill night. Then Wednesday we did some other sessions. I'm gonna be honest, I was so tuned out. Like everything going on in Phnom Penh as far as the sessions go. I think I was just ready to be done with it. I was ready to move on and go to the next thing. We did do a first 3 months at site, but we kind of already talked about that a couple weeks ago, so I think it was just a lot of it was a refresher of knowing what the expectations are when you get to site and what you should be doing. Yep. And then we learned about VRG, which has to do with reporting the things you do here. So pretty much every class you're teaching, you got to report how many students are in the class. Not like every individual class, but like if I'm teaching 8th grade for a year and it's like 8th grade B, then I've got to say this class has this many kids and I'm teaching this many people. And you got to do that for everything. Especially when you start your secondary projects, it's like, how many people are you doing the thing for? And how is it like making an impact on the community? Peace Corps is a government program, so of course there's a lot of bureaucracy that goes into this, which is a little bit tedious, but we'll figure it out. Probably won't be as bad as I'm thinking. I'm not thinking it's that bad, honestly. Just tedious. And then Thursday, yeah, again, I have really no idea what we were doing. Yep, so I was just kind of floating through it. Basically, I know they told us what the logistics look like for travel, and so I was in a group that would be staying in a hotel for the night. Before getting to their province, because our province is so far away. Because my town, you basically go to one of the far provinces and then you go way far into the far provinces, which is the way I like it. But then Thursday we did have a pizza dinner with all of the staff, which was pretty fun. One of our volunteers put together, what do you call that? Hold on. Superlatives. Yes. So who is the most something. Mine was the most likely to play Wonderwall because I am a white person who plays the guitar. I've never learned Wonderwall though, because it's not a bad song. I've just never taken the time to learn it. But now I think I might, in spite of the award. Nah, but it was fun. Did do a lot of shopping in Phnom Penh. I had saved up a bunch of money and I pretty much spent all of the money I saved, and I feel pretty good about it. You know, they don't give you enough to cover your expenses, that's for sure. They give us $15 a day, and a meal was typically $7 or $8. And I drink coffee some days, and I like to get a coconut, so $15 didn't cover everything, but it was nice to have the extra money. I also bought clothes, and I got a massage, which was awesome. Okay, let me tell you about this massage. I was so tired on Thursday night after the pizza dinner, and everyone was talking about going out, it's the last night, we're gonna do the thing, and I was like, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna go to massage and go to bed. So at 7 o'clock I head out for a massage, and it was a traditional Khmer massage, which is very similar to Thai. So they, you know, they do the regular rub down, but then they're also like twisting your limbs and like doing it kind of like a yoga thing. And it got me stoked. I got out of that thing and I was full of energy. I was like ready to go do the thing, which was great. I'm really glad I made that decision because it was fun to spend that last night with all the volunteers, because we're not going to see each other again for like 3 months. So yeah, I'm glad I got to have that last night out with a bunch of new people that I love and care about. Yeah, and then the next morning was swearing. swearing was pretty emotional for a lot of people, because it was like the end, for real, like, you know, we did the thing and we made our pledge and said we're gonna do good for America but also Cambodia, and then we took a bunch of pictures, we ate some cake, and then they put us all on little vans and took us to our provinces. And I was pretty much 100% stoked all the way up until we got out there. And then once we dropped the first person off in my car, it was like, oh, this is real now. Like, this is for real. And yeah, started feeling kind of sad, started missing everybody. It's kind of like this, I don't know, this transitional thing of like, you don't know what's next exactly, but you're leaving behind everything you just were part of and totally starting over. But I'm in it now. It's feeling pretty good. Like I said though, we'll talk more about that next week, what it actually looks like here. But my first day at site, kind of confusing, again with the language thing and getting to know this new family, but it seems like generally a lot of people are struggling with the language again, so feel not alone, which is good. But yeah, I don't know what more to say. I'm gonna save all the excitement of like what it's like here for next week. So thanks again for tuning in. Jimmy Ablia, have a good whatever time of day it is for you.